Good morning, everyone. Semi-retired Bob here. I hope you're all having a great day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm very glad you're here. Wow, I forgot what I was going to say already. Welcome to the channel. For those that haven't been following me before, if you're new, this is your first time to the channel, part of what I'm doing on these walks is showing you that I can walk. 4.5 months ago, I started the carnivore diet, hoping to be able to stand for a little bit more than 2 minutes at a time. You know, if you go back and watch my earliest videos, I was saying, you know, if I can get to the point where I can stand for 15 minutes at a time, then I'll consider this a win. Well, I'm way beyond that. And today we're going to talk about my why. You know, because back then my why, when I first made the why are you doing this video, I said, you know, you need to keep your why right in front of you. And you do. You still need to know what your why is and, you know, how it keeps you on track. Whether it be to, you know, you want to play with your kids, you want to play with your grandkids, you want to be able to take your dog for a walk every day. Whatever that why is, you need to keep it right in front of you. Well, the why can also move a little bit because I'm obviously way beyond what my original why was. My original why was, you know, I want to be able to stand for 15 minutes. Maybe I want to, you know, get off a few of the meds. Well, I've accomplished all of my original whys. I almost made it. I was at 0.98 miles yesterday on that walk. So I figure if I cross the street up at the top of that hill, we're going to break the mile mark, which is a huge accomplishment. So your whys can move. You can, you know, to use a football term, you can move the goalpost and pick a new why. And before I get into that, I do need to go back and cover what I forgot to say yesterday. You know, because yesterday I was talking about intermittent fasting, and I completely forgot one of my subjects, because I was, you know, starting to get tired. Hopefully I won't forget anything today, because it's 56 degrees out here as I'm making this walk. So it's, fall is definitely arriving. But one of the complaints I hear about why they don't want to do intermittent fasting, or some of the gurus say, oh, intermittent fasting's bad for you because it's going to make you all tired and lethargic. Well, if that was true, then how are we still here on this planet as a species? I forget exactly who said it. I think it was Dr. Fung, but it may have been somebody else. Said, you know, look at a hungry wolf. Does a hungry wolf just go lay down in their den, and because they're getting more tired and more lethargic, they just don't have the energy to get up and go hunt? No. They get more alert and more aggressive because they need to get out there and hunt. Their bodies, you know, our bodies are very similar to that, where as we, you know, get deeper into fasting, our metabolism that is now burning fat, our stored fat for fuel, begins to speed up because it knows, hey, we haven't had any food in a while. We need to make it so this guy can get out there and hunt and feed himself. So your metabolism speeds up a little bit, your fat starts burning, and you get plenty of energy so that you can get out there and hunt. It's interesting. I don't, you know, I'm just an old retired truck driver. I'm not even going to begin to understand the science behind it or try to explain the science behind it. But trust me when I tell you, the first time you try it, you may feel, a little off. And if you start to get that feeling, you probably aren't ready to try any kind of, fasting. So just eat. If you're hungry, just eat. And that's always been my rule. If you get hungry, go ahead and eat. But once you get to the point where your body's used to burning fat, the fasting will just happen. And if you end up trying to do a longer fast, you really will start to get more energy and everybody I've talked to that's done 3, 4, 5 day fasts, I have no desire to do that right now. Maybe in the future my mind will change on that. But for right now, I have no desire to do that. But everybody that has done it has gotten, has told me, man, after I got done with that, I felt great. So maybe it's something you want to try. But it's also not something you have to do, obviously, because look at me, I'm out here walking around the block, and I did one 3-day fast about a month and a half ago, and I have no desire to do it anymore. I do still do intermittent fasting. Do. I'm sure that sounded really good on video. Sorry about that, guys, but that's what you signed up for when you came here. But I'm doing all that, and like I said, I did that one 3-day fast back a month and a half ago. But I'm still down 90 pounds, and I'm walking around the block when four and a half months ago, I couldn't even stand up for very long. So, as always, don't let anybody tell you you're doing something wrong. It's your body, your diet, your one life. Do what you think is best for you. But my why? Like I said, I sat down last night and went, I had all these goals when I first started, and I've pretty much gotten to all those goals. So I need to set some new goals to keep myself motivated. Not that I was tempted in any way to have any food yesterday except my big pile of burger patties. That's what I ate. But, I do need some new goals. And part of this channel is sharing the entire journey with you. I hope a year from now I'm still making these videos and you can go back and look at the beginning videos and go, wow. At least that's what I want for me. So I started thinking about it, and once upon a time I was a travel photographer. Never made any money at it. I like to think of myself as a travel photographer. And, I'm not getting healthy just to be able to come out here and walk around the block. I've seen this neighborhood many times. So, what I'm asking is, for those of you watching at this point still, would you be interested, since I am going to start traveling again here, would you be interested in seeing the places I'm traveling to? I'm still going to do walks, but I was thinking I could take 3 or 4 pictures. I'm going to take a lot more than that. But if I were to take what I thought were the best 2, 3, or 4 pictures per video of what I thought were the best photos of where I was hiking that day, whether it be a state park or a national park or out in the wilderness or wherever I end up going. Would you be interested in seeing those pictures inserted into my walks? Or would you rather I just lift those out and go put my pictures somewhere else? Just let me know what you think about that. Leave me a note down in the comments to let me know what you think. I gotta switch hands again here. My right hand that normally holds the camera gets just a little bit tired. I'm not exactly sure why. Probably just because I'm old. Hopefully it'll build up some more strength, just like the rest of me, because I'd really like to be able to carry my big boy camera around. There we go. Because, you know, with my big boy camera, it's got, you know, I can put filters on the lens so that if the sun's shining through behind me. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is a lot better than the 100 degrees we had a couple days ago. Yeah, you and me both. That was the mail guy walking around the neighborhood, delivering mail, enjoying the fact that it's less than 60 degrees out here and it's not 100 degrees. Such a big relief. But you know, so someday very soon, I'm not going to be walking around this block. I'll be walking around a different block much further south of here. But then as I go out and take day trips to see, you know, state parks, national parks, beaches, and all that stuff, at the very least, you're going to get different scenery in the background. So you can just let me know what you think. A couple of things I wanted to point out. Again, thank you to all the new subscribers. I cannot believe this. During the night last night, I passed 1,600 subscribers. And you may have noticed when you clicked on this video that a little ad popped up. Yes, I have turned on channel monetization. But they should all be skippable ads. So after you're forced to watch it for 4 or 5 seconds, you can skip it. Please let me know if something non-skippable pops up, and I'll go back into the settings and see what I messed up. Because, you know, this is my first time doing something like this. But yeah, and I got some Amazon links down in the description if you want to go buy something from Amazon. I got a few books listed down there. I've always used Amazon affiliate links for the people I follow, because it doesn't actually make me cost, it doesn't cost any more to me, and they get a few pennies. And it is a few pennies. Somebody actually bought something yesterday. I have no idea what. It doesn't tell me that. It doesn't tell me who. But now I'm really rolling. I made 18 cents yesterday. Woohoo! That seems kind of pale compared to the news I got yesterday. Now, Dwayne did patch it, but he said it's going to have to be replaced at some point. To let you know, I got my, had my truck over at Dwayne's getting the oil changed, and he always goes over everything. And he found one of the lines going to my rear differential was rusted pretty bad. And the casing on the rear differential, where that line was seeping, he's pretty sure it was rusted, and that's what caused the seepage. But he's not exactly sure how it all, because a good half of the rear differential housing looks fine, but the other half is kind of rusty. But he said it's probably going to have to be replaced. But he sprayed some sealer stuff all over everything back there, and he thinks it's very likely that I'll get down to North Carolina okay. He showed me where to look, and he says if it starts looking wet here and you start to see drips, then you're going to have to pull off and find somebody to put more fluid in your rear differential. And if you hear it's starting to make noise, you want to pull off and stop right then. So we'll see what happens, because depending on whether or not he can actually find one, he said, even if he finds one for a good price, it's going to be roughly $3,000 to fix it. Well, I don't have that. Now I'm crossing that street, that stop sign's behind me. Now I'm going to cross the street. And I think I'm going to go up to this first driveway, because I actually still feel pretty good. And this little bit of addition should put me over a mile for today. Then I guess the next goal is 1.5 miles. But at increasing 1% per day, that's probably not going to happen. So anyway, with my truck, I'll have to get parked down in North Carolina and basically just sit there. I'll still go out and do some day trips, but I'm not going to do a whole lot of traveling, because I'm going to have to sit until I can save up $3,000. And on a old retired guy's fixed income, that's going to take a while. Slightly less while now, because I made 18 cents on Amazon this morning. That's pretty awesome. So, if you're still watching at this point, it means you probably like what I'm doing. Or if nothing else, you're watching to see the old man stumble and fall, which is a very real possibility. But whatever it is you're watching for, and you're not subscribed, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free. And while you're subscribing, you can hit the little bell notification next to the subscribe button, and that'll send you a little notification when my videos get posted, so you can come watch and see if the old man falls today. But let me know down in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see me do, or a subject you'd like me to cover. Oh, another thing, comments. Yeah, I am very sorry. I noticed from what happened yesterday that I've missed some comments along the way. I'm not sure why, but they have a thing on my controller page called YouTube Studio, and on the comments tab, all of the comments that you guys leave on all my different videos are supposed to show up in one place, so I can go there and read all my comments. Well, apparently that feature hasn't been working right. And I found that out because yesterday it stopped working altogether. And I'm sitting there wondering, why is nobody commenting today? Well, that feature stopped working. So I went out to yesterday's video, and there were 8, 9, 10 comments. So I, of course, went down and answered those. And then I got to wondering, well, maybe this hasn't been working right. So I dug into a couple other videos and found some comments that I had not reacted to at all. And I do apologize. I did not mean to miss your comment. I did not mean to skip over you. And I'm assuming there are some of those comments on every video. I am sorry, I just do not have time in the day to go through all 70 videos on my channel and check for new comments. But I will start checking manually that day's video. So you can rest assured the comment that you make that day, I will see it that day. I'm going to stop relying on the comments tab in my Creator Studio and go back to looking at them on the actual video itself so that I don't miss anybody. But if you like what I've done today and you want to see more, there should be a box right here that pops up to link you to my entire walking series. If you've already watched most of that, because YouTube is really smart, it knows what you've watched, it's going to put another video right here that you can watch if you want to see some more. Remember to get 1% better today. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.